Hello, welcome back to my channel, Conscious Evolution. My name is Alan Taylor. I'm going for a morning walk and was thinking about how things shift in your life. So are you experiencing things that you used to like, things that you used to enjoy doing are no longer enjoyable to you? The job you're working or you used to really like just doesn't really resonate with you anymore? The girlfriend or boyfriend that you had that you really loved just really isn't resonating with you anymore? Your family that you used to get along with fine is not really resonating with you anymore? The people and friends and everything, all the relationships in your life really aren't resonating with you anymore? You might be going through a spiritual awakening. And when you go through a spiritual awakening, you're raising your vibration constantly. So the more work you put in, the higher your vibration is, the higher your frequency goes. And you attract the people that match your frequency. So when you start raising your frequency, your family or your relationships or the people that are around you, they're not going through the same thing, so they're not raising their frequency. But when you raise yours, you fall out of alignment with these people. And that doesn't feel good. It's like if you're at a high vibration, high frequency, and everyone you were around doesn't change, they want to bring you back down to their frequency because that's where they know you at. That's what they expect you. It's the behaviors they expect from you, you know? And it's way easier for them to bring your vibration back down to theirs than it is for them to raise their vibration to match yours. And two separate energies do not coexist very well at all. I've experienced many of these shifts in my awakening that I've been going through for a little over a year now. It really started, I believe it was last July or last August of 2018, where I awakened to the spiritual part of it. You know, I was going through the whole first part of the awakening, which is low vibration, which was fear and, you know, I don't even want to talk about it, but, you know, it's basically, I was really into aliens and UFOs and conspiracy theories, and you feed into that, and that's low vibration stuff. So everyone around me was still fine. You know, no one reacted to that. They were just like, okay, cool, yeah, sure. Go on about your nice little day. But once I was done being consumed by the fear, I awakened to the spiritual side, to the spiritual aspect of that God is within all of us. And when you learn that and you truly believe that, because the experiences I had, I believe that. I know it to be true because of the things I asked for and the responses I got from Spirit. Really, really profound, you know. When you're aware of these other energies, you can sense the other energies. Like I said in a previous video, everybody has a superpower. Everybody's a healer. Everybody's an empath, you know. Everybody can channel because you're constantly channeling Spirit, whether you know it or not. If you have an impulse to do something fun, if you're not having fun in your life, then you're pretty well cut off from your higher self. Because your higher self doesn't want you to be bored and not fulfilled, you know? You're not having any excitement, you're not smiling, you're not having fun. That's not what your higher self wants. Your higher self wants you to have fun. And stop putting conditions on things. Yeah, I'm getting off topic. So when you shift your vibration, everything that's not in vibrational alignment with that tends to just fall away. And now, a lot of times, spirit, your higher self, source, will have to create a storm for you to actually recognize it and to leave. It kind of like forces you to leave, which is, when I say create a storm, I mean there's an agreement in the higher planes, in the higher realms of your higher selves and the higher selves of everyone around you, because we come into this world in groups, like big groups. That's your soul tribe. So in the etheric, they're constantly going and adjusting to your desires. So they know what you desire. They know what you want. And they know what you have to let go of in order to get that, or to move closer to it. So they create a storm. And if you don't learn it, that storm is going to keep repeating itself. So if you're raised your vibration and everyone around you still at a lower vibration, you're going to experience some difficulty. Oh wow, that's beautiful. Look at that. Some uncomfortability, and that may be telling you it's time to move on, because you can't fix people. Just know that you cannot fix people. You cannot change people. You can't make people do what they want, what you want them to do, because that would be controlling them. And everybody has free will, or at least the illusion of free will, depending on what your state of consciousness is. But once you awaken to the God self inside of you, you awaken to that free will, and that you don't have to take shit from anybody. You don't have to stick around when things feel uncomfortable. You don't have to say yes and please everybody just to please them. If it doesn't please you, then don't do it. I'm working on that a lot too. Always been a people pleaser, and it's mostly to avoid conflict. As always, I really don't like conflict, and that's something I'm working on with my Ho'oponopono prayers and meditations. It's just really powerful stuff. I've noticed a huge shift in just the last 3 days of doing that, like hardcore, inner child healing, man. It's serious. So I'm going through another cycle, another storm, if you will, and I thought this would be appropriate to discuss today, because I've experienced this so many times, and this whole experience has taught me so many great lessons, and I think is really allowing me to step into the path that I really wanted to step into. But for whatever reason, was allowing other people to hold me back, because I was trying to please them, or I was trying to please them, and not really take care of me, not really concentrate on me and what my desires are and what I want to do. So, stepping into another new chapter of my life. So I was just thinking back of how many changes has gone on for me in the last year. It's pretty intense. But that's what life's all about: adjusting, changing, adapting, and stepping into more of what you really want. You know what you don't want, so you know what you do want. You create that. Little feather. I like that. So know what you don't want, know what you do want. So when you learn that, and you can remove yourself from the people that are butting heads with you, so to speak. The ones that are not really there for your highest good. You were there to learn a lesson, because that's part of your soul tribe. You're there, you came into this life with an agreement to experience certain things, to learn certain things. And you meet people along your path for that development. Because we're on the higher planes, we're all working together. This is all for your highest good. So just know that when you start shifting your frequency, when you start awakening to these truths, when you start recognizing the God within and embracing it, it feels so good, for one. But you might have some turmoil if that's the karma you need to work out. In my experience, that's what happened with me. And I have met people that, you know, awakened and their families were like cool with it. So it's like, from what Cryon says, they dealt with that karma in a past life. So they're good. They don't really have to experience that this time around. They're on a different path with different lessons. Every one of us has a unique path with unique lessons that we came into this life to learn. And we're all serving as teachers and guides to one another in this physical reality. So where are you at on your path? I know I just stepped into a whole different level, and it was rough. The past couple weeks have been rough for me, and I was really confused. And then once I learned that I was giving my power away and looking to someone else for my fulfillment, and I had to change it. No one else is responsible for your fulfillment. No one else is responsible for your happiness. You are responsible for everything that happens in your day. So if something happens that you don't want, the universe only brings you things that you're vibrationally matched to. That goes for every one of us. And we're co-creating this universe here, this world. We are all co-creating it, but individually, we create our day, consciously or subconsciously. And I work on doing that consciously, which I did this morning. And the relationship, or not the relationship, what's the, oh wow, you see that? That's just beautiful down there. The conversation I had, that's the word I was looking for. The conversation I had this morning was what I set up in my meditation this morning when I was creating my day. And it went really well. You know, there was a conversation had when there needed to be one, in my opinion. And I feel so much better about it. That's what brought up this topic for me today. So you're never going to be at a place where you're just stagnant. If you are, you're not learning, you're not growing, you're not expanding. There's always going to be challenges. There's always going to be lessons. And that's part of this. You come here to learn those, to expand infinite intelligence. You are connected to infinite intelligence. You are infinite intelligence in a human body experiencing a physical reality. To learn, to experience these things, because everything is unique. It's all unique to you. Your perspective is unique to you. You're the only one that has that precise perspective. Your mission here is unique to you. Your purpose is unique to you. And it will be revealed to you in time, if you don't already know. But I've gotten several messages from Spirit in the last couple of days, as I've been going back and forth and back and forth. I'm like playing the victim, I guess. Why is this happening to me? Why? What did I do for this? Oh my God, fuck that. I created this. I attracted this with my vibration. I take responsibility for that. So somewhere along the line, I let go of my, wow, got an airplane. I know, got the attention span of a 4-year-old. Squirrel! So, I forgot what I was saying. Must not have been important. It was, but it's okay. Alright guys, hope you got something out of the video. I hope you don't have to experience too many storms. This storm wasn't real bad for me because I recognized it earlier on. The other storms I went through in the past year took me months and months to get out of that. You know, it was just, I didn't know what was going on. I was still in that victim mentality, that everything was happening to me instead of everything is happening for me, because everything is happening for you. Not to you, it's happening for you. And everything is always working out for you. Everything is always working out for me. The universe yields to your vibration. The universe yields to what you desire, because your higher self is always working on that. If you desire something, your higher self is like your secretary almost. He's running around, not he, but your higher self is running around, aligning these things into the etheric, into your vibrational escrow, as Abraham would say. So they're aligning that to your vibrational escrow, and they create it to where all you have to do is get to a place of no resistance to align yourself with that vibration. When you let go of resistance, you can have it. All right, guys, I love you. Be the change or be the love that you want to see in this world. And love yourself. All right, bye-bye.